Here's something your doctor probably hasn't told you about the fat inside your body after 40. There are two types of fat. The fat you can pinch, called subcutaneous fat, and the fat you absolutely cannot see or touch, called visceral fat. And visceral fat is wrapping itself around your liver, your pancreas, and your heart right now, and it is dramatically more dangerous than anything on your waistline. A landmark 2022 study published in the journal Nature Medicine, involving over 400,000 participants from the UK Biobank, found that people with high visceral fat had a 46% higher risk of cardiovascular disease, even when their overall body weight appeared completely normal on paper. That means the scale is lying to you. You can be what doctors call TOFI, thin outside, fat inside, and still be in serious metabolic danger. So why does this explode after 40? Cortisol. Between the ages of 40 and 60, your cortisol sensitivity increases while your growth hormone and testosterone levels drop sharply. Growth hormone in men drops roughly 14% per decade after 30. In women, estrogen decline during perimenopause directly triggers a redistribution of fat from the hips and thighs into the abdominal cavity. Your body is essentially reorganizing where it stores energy, and it chooses the worst possible location. Visceral fat is not passive storage. Researchers at Harvard Medical School have called it a, quote, metabolic furnace that never turns off. It secretes inflammatory proteins called adipokines, including TNF-alpha and interleukin-6, which trigger chronic low-grade inflammation 24 hours a day. This constant inflammation is directly linked to insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, Alzheimer's disease, and at least 13 forms of cancer according to a 2021 meta-analysis in the journal Obesity Reviews. Now here is what makes this genuinely terrifying. A standard BMI measurement will not catch it. Even a basic DEXA scan can underestimate it. The gold standard test is a waist-to-height ratio. According to the World Health Organization, any waist circumference that is more than half your height in centimeters puts you in high-risk territory for visceral fat accumulation. So a 5'10" man, that's 178 centimeters tall, should keep his waist below 89 centimeters, or about 35 inches. Most American men over 45 are well above this threshold without knowing it. But here is the good news, and this is where the science gets genuinely exciting. Visceral fat is actually the most metabolically responsive fat in your entire body. It burns faster than subcutaneous fat when you make the right changes. A 2019 study from the University of Alabama found that just 8 weeks of resistance training combined with a modest caloric deficit of only 500 calories per day reduced visceral fat by an average of 17%, measured by MRI. Not subcutaneous fat. Visceral fat specifically. 3 practical moves you can make starting today. Number 1. Prioritize sleep above almost everything else. Sleep deprivation of even 5.5 hours per night for just 2 weeks increases visceral fat accumulation by 9% according to University of Chicago research. Number 2. Cut liquid sugars completely. Fructose specifically is preferentially metabolized into visceral fat stores. Number 3. Lift weights at least twice a week. Muscle tissue releases a protein called irisin during resistance exercise that has been shown in multiple trials to directly break down visceral adipose tissue at the cellular level. Your body has a built-in visceral fat destruction mechanism, and it's activated by picking up something heavy. The fat you cannot see is the fight you need to start having right now.